any movie where demons are fighting zombies in one scene. What's up everybody, back today to talk about The Demon's Rook. It's available everywhere. You can buy it on video, you can check it out online. Written, directed, and starring James Sizemore. And this film is just really in your face. It's low budget, but they made the budget count because it has a lot of practical effects. That's the shining star of this film, is the practical effects. I would say 99% practical effects, maybe a little CGI smoke when two of the characters interact. But let's get into it a little bit. Pretty crazy film. So basically the film starts off with this young boy and he's drawing these pictures of these demons. He's telling his mom, I talked to this demon, he comes in my room at night, blah, blah, blah. And then one day the boy disappears, and then the film jumps forward a bunch of years and he basically one day crawls out of the ground. And from there we find out these other demons have come to the surface, and we really can't tell, but we can tell they're kind of looking for him. And throughout the course of the film, they explain what exactly happened, why he went with the one demon and disappeared, why the other demons are looking for him. It's all explained, which I really like. This is not a subtle movie at all. They show everything, demons all over the place. Pretty cool stuff. I don't want to get too much into the story. Let me get into the good and the bad. Yeah, first of all, the practical effects. Cool stuff. I mean, the quality of the demon effects, there's, you know, like the 90s Outer Limits. It's about that level of quality. But you have 3 or 4 demons, plus the good guy. He has some powers. He looks like this long-haired hippie guy. He's also the director, like I said before. His character's name's Roscoe. So practical effects, practical blood, lots of use of smoke machine, which was well used in my opinion. Lots of cool backlighting, bright blues, lots of red, green, really cool stuff like that. The tone, a little all over the place. It goes from almost being like an old Italian horror movie, you know, of course the high-def cameras and a little bit of effects. It felt like trauma. I didn't know what this movie, the tone exactly wanted to be. They knew they were low budget, so I think they ran with it, which is a good thing. And they just went for it. I mean, it's in your face. They're not hiding the demons. They're not hiding behind the low-budget effects. They're just throwing them on camera. They're filming them nicely, and they look pretty damn good. It gives a good throwback feel to the movie, and you know, it's got a strong fantasy kick to it because it's just so out of hand. I don't think it's intended to be taken 100% seriously. I think it's a movie you put on during Halloween or after you've had a couple drinks with some friends and you just laugh about it. It's got a decent enough story, something you don't see every day in the movies. And then on top of it, it's got a pretty cool freaking soundtrack. The soundtrack is strong. I mean, it has a lot of strong elements for the budget of the film, which I believe was $75,000. And ultimately, the end was a little bit something I wasn't expecting. Make sure you stick around till after the credits roll completely. They do have an extra scene after the credits. Let's talk about the bad a little bit. The tone, like I said, they're kind of all over the place, a little bit crazy, you know, slapsticky at some points almost, but then it's creepy at some points, definitely. The demon, there's a demon female that is pretty freaking creepy. Of course, at first I didn't realize she was female. At the end you realize that, but she was pretty cool. She got in a lot of kills, and then the other demon kind of resurrects these zombies, and the zombies look good and bad. Mostly good, I think. But it's just kind of all over the place. Like I said, at times it felt like a throwback film. And I'm sure with a higher budget, this film could have been a lot better. I don't know what they would have done, maybe gone in a darker tone. But then it would have maybe been taking itself too seriously. If this film would have come out in the 80s, people still probably would have been watching it today. So I think that's a compliment. It does lack in a few of the scenes. The acting is probably the worst freaking part about the whole thing. And like I said, the director wrote it, he directed it, he acted in it. I believe his wife or something is the co-lead. So, you know, it's a handful of people making the movie, so I can kind of understand the bad acting. It kind of plays into the tone of the film a little bit. It's the best they could probably do. But some scenes definitely lag when it's no demons in it. The scenes missing the demons are probably the worst scenes. But by the end of the film, it ramps up again, kind of. And any horror movie that ends with a party, I kind of like that because it just shows, I think, the tone of the film they were going for. It kind of, you know, hits a lot of the cliches of a classic horror film. You got your demons running around killing people. You got the battle between good and evil. Roscoe, the main character, is kind of interesting once they show what happened to him when he was disappeared for all those years. It's kind of funny if you think about it. A little bit Luke Skywalker-ish, I would say. So yeah, I'm going to give The Demon's Rook a 3 out of 5. I think that's a really fair grade because they tried really hard. They made a pretty entertaining movie. If I see it on discount, I'll probably add it to my collection. Definitely if I can get it for less than 10 bucks or something like that. The rental, you can get it for $3.99, probably a little bit cheaper. Definitely a fun horror movie. Expect something low budget, but worth your time if you're just willing to kick back and relax. It's all practical effects. It's a little bit goofy, creature feature-ish. and I think you're gonna like it. If you've seen The Demon's Rook, let me know what you thought down below. I think I've rambled on long enough, and I'll see you next time. Bye.